Yo, 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 what's good with it, y'all? It's your boy Lamborghini Preem, back once again talking this boxing shit. And as always, make sure you check out my all new album, It's My Turn, the Throne Ascension LP. It's literally available everywhere that music can be found. That's iTunes, Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, Tidal. Big shout out to Tidal. And then everywhere else, Pandora, everywhere. I'm everywhere like broken glass, baby. You just search the Supreme General and you will find me. Also, later this year, I will be releasing 2 brand new albums because it's been a while since I dropped some heat for y'all. So I'm be dropping 2 brand new albums. The first of which is going to be called The Bachelor Life. And it's basically that quintessential stud muffin playboy shit, you know what I'm saying, on the highest level. But is that it's full of classic verses, classic songs, just some of my all-time best work. Same thing with the subsequent album, the God album that's coming right after that. Nothing but fire through both of them. I ain't put no filler, no bullshit. I put my heart, soul into these motherfuckers, and I have no question in my mind that you're gonna enjoy every second of both albums, yo. Nothing but fire. That being said, let's move on to the motherfucking prediction. Now, this is in regards to the upcoming super fight between my man Errol Spence, Errol the Truth Spence Jr., and my man Shawn Porter. Now, I mentioned before some of my videos earlier that I always thought that out of the current crop of welterweights, the person that would give Spence the most trouble, in my opinion, style-wise, was always Shawn Porter. Now, Shawn Porter is the type that's not only is he a big welterweight, but he's also a very strong welterweight, and he also has very, very good boxing ability that he don't get no credit for. I don't know why, but in the amateurs he beat both Demetrius Andrade and my man Danny Jacobs. You know what I'm saying? And this is a guy who's right now fighting at welter. Both those guys have titles at 160. You know, so it's like shit, man. You know, you gotta respect my man Shawn Porter. And plus, especially in the case of Andre, you talking about 2 quintessential boxers in Jacobs and Andre. You know what I mean? These ain't no slouches. These is dudes that could box. And Andre being southpaw, you know, that adds a whole nother wrinkle into the game. So I got a lot of respect for Shawn Porter and how he can box. Now, everybody knows I think extremely highly of Kell Brook, so I don't even really count it against my man Shawn Porter that he lost to Kell Brook. I think Kell Brook probably would have even gave Errol Spence a lot more than he could, or a lot more than he did, had he not been injured. If he had went into that fight 100%, I feel like he would have been able to, at the very least, give Spence a much better fight and possibly beat him, because Kell Brook was up on the scorecards, man, all the way up until like the very late rounds. So, and by then he had been injured for a few rounds. So I give my man Kell Brook a lot of credit, man. He's not no slouch, and both of these guys had trouble fighting him. You know what I'm saying? That's the one common denominator between these guys. You know, and then they both had hella fights with my man Kell Brook. But I must say, Errol looked better in his fight against Kell Brook than Shawn Porter did in his fight. But that's neither here nor there, because, you know, the triangle theory don't really work in boxing. One guy who could beat another guy doesn't necessarily mean that other guy can beat the first guy. You know, it's that Foreman Frazier Ali triangle type theory. You know what I mean? It just doesn't work. You know, this is boxing. Styles make fights, and anybody could got. So that's what I'm saying. And also, I just saw the press conference for this fight, man. These boys was both getting a little spicy. Errol Spence looked like he was fucking irritated like a motherfucker. Like I don't know what it is. So he was already irritated walking in the motherfucking building. He kept his game face tight, but that boy was irritated, man. Maybe I don't know if he don't like Shawn Porter personally. I don't know if it's that, but maybe for some reason he got some serious animosity for Shawn Porter. Definitely, I think he might have more for Keith Thurman, and in my opinion, that's fully justified. because Keith Thurman just straight up bitched up and ducked the man and they ain't give no fucks. He's like, fuck it, y'all think I'm ducking? I'm ducking him. I don't give a fuck. It's like, god damn, cuz. That's wild. But yeah, so I mean, I think he thought Shawn Porter was doing the same thing, but Shawn Porter eventually came to the table and ready to fight. You know what I mean? So you can't do nothing but respect him for that. And just from Shawn's demeanor in his press conference, I think Shawn is a little tired of hearing people lavishing praise upon Errol Spence the way that they do, and basically writing him off like he just finna, like he a tune-up or something, like he finna just take an L, man. I think that shit is really starting to get to Shawn. And when I saw him look in Errol Spence's eyes at that face-off, man, I didn't see no bitch in Shawn, man. Not even a little bit of bitch, man. I think Shawn, this is going to be a hell of a fight, man. It's not going to be an easy win for Errol Spence. I still pick Spence to win it because the way that Spence throws his shots are just so straight and crisp, and he's so fundamentally sound. Plus, he's a southpaw that I believe that that's going to give Shawn Porter hella problems. The Shawn Porter is a buzzsaw, man. He a buzzsaw, no doubt, but he does throw a lot of looping, wide shots. Like those are his money punches tend to be wide looping shots that he kind of lunge in with, you know, from time to time, like almost like a mini Mike Tyson, man. I know I really hate to use that analogy because I believe Shawn Porter boxing ability is a little different from Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson had a lot of boxing ability himself, but he don't really get credit for it. Most people just look at him as a brawler with outsized punching power, but Mike Tyson was very, very defensively sound as well. Shawn Porter is, but not as good as Mike Tyson defensively, but Shawn Porter's offense is way more varied and diverse in a way that I don't think Mike Tyson's was even at his peak. So that's why I don't like really making that comparison, because they are a lot alike, but just as much as they alike, they are different. So, you know, and plus, you know, Shawn 147-pound nigga. My man Tyson was 210, 220 with it. I don't think he made 220 to the end of his career, and I don't really count them fights. Them was, you know, I gotta get out of debt fights. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. I respect Mike though, and I also got a lot of respect for Shawn Porter too. And I think he's gonna do good in this fight, man. I don't think it's gonna be a walk in the park for Errol. I do pick Errol to win, but I expect a close fight. I expect it to go the full distance. Errol say he gonna stop Shawn Porter. I think it's possible he could, because Shawn Porter do come in a lot and he gets hit as he's coming in, and you know, all it takes is the right shot that you don't see coming, and you know, it's night nigga. But I don't think he gonna knock out Shawn Porter. I just don't. I don't see that. Maybe a knockdown, but I can't even really see a knockdown. I feel like Shawn Porter gonna be ready in the way for this fight that he probably hasn't been ready in a long time. Maybe since he fought Devin Alexander for the title back in the day when he won the IBF strap. That's funny. He was originally the guy with that belt, loses to Kell Brook loses to E. Spence. It's funny. It's like a circle of life and shit. But I expect Errol Spence Jr. to become the unified world champion and move on to bigger and better things from this fight. But this won't be an easy win, and you will see Shawn Porter look damn good in this fight. Mark my words. He is not gonna go out on no, you know, 1-2 round shit. Shawn Porter gonna look good, and he gonna win a lot of these rounds too. I could see him getting like 4 or 5 rounds, man, easy. So big shout out to Kenny Porter, big shout out to Shawn Porter, big shout out to Errol Spence, big shout out to Derrick James, big shout out to everybody that's involved, the PBC, Al Heyman, for giving us these kind of fights, man. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Al Heyman and the motherfucking PBC is where it's at when it comes to boxing. I fuck with the Zone. I fuck with the top ranked shit on ESPN. I fuck with that too, because I'm a Bud Crawford fan. And Shakur Stevenson, big shout out to him too. But at the end of the day, PBC is where it's fucking at. Them the fights that I clamor to see. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. So with that being said, I'm on to the next one, man. Fuck with me. I'll be around. 100.